Precious memories, unseen angels, sent from somewhere to my soul. How they linger ever near me, and the sacred past unfold. Precious
All right,
memories.
everyone, good evening. Welcome to Setting Minds Live, where we strengthen believers, engage unbelievers, and train others to use creation to turn hearts to the Creator. And really, I posted the link. Really, we're kind of taking a walk down memory lane this month of December, just recounting some memories and some lessons learned in 25 years of creation ministry. So thanks for joining us for this little trek down memory lane.
And let me bring up the PowerPoint where we can see it better.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, there we are. Now we can see our PowerPoint and see what we're doing. That's
Some
great.
pictures and things. Last time,
Oh, yes.
we talked about how that the Lord strengthened our faith when we were heading back. No, we were heading east.
We were heading west. He was heading east.
Oh, we were heading west.
Right.
And David Romke,
Mm-hmm.
I did not know
Yeah.
his name even from the episode we had with rocking the trailer on a curb. The gas station had a diesel pump out back, and I was not watching when I pulled away from the pump, and we pulled up on the curb and came down hard.
Yeah.
And so to change a tire, I did not have the equipment. So if you remember from last time, if you were with us, this fella pulled in behind us as I was realizing I didn't have the equipment, and he said, "Got all the tools you need?" And I didn't know who it was.
We have an update on this story.
Yeah, I happened to look up Mr. E,
Yeah.
the evangelist that we met in Tennessee when we were serving at Faith Baptist Church in Shelbyville, and met Earl, what was his last name? Martin.
Earl and
Brother
Amy
Earl
Martin.
Martin. At, I think it was at a pastor's fellowship.
Possibly, yeah.
And he had still an old, just a web page left that he doesn't keep up and everything, but it had a good phone number on it.
And you just looked him up probably last Thursday after the podcast last week.
I got to thinking, and I wondered if Mr. E was still online in some fashion. So come to find out, I learned the name of his father-in-law that stopped to help us.
Yeah.
And by email, Brother Earl, Mr. E, let me know that his wife was really blessed by hearing about her dad helping us and being instrumental in encouraging us in the work.
And her dad's been with the Lord for, what did they say, about 10
I
ye's?
think it's about 10 years.
Yeah, so he's with the Lord now. So that was kind of neat to get a little update on that.
Yeah,
that
really
was
cool.
fun.
So some pictures from different meetings. This one's from Creedmoor, North Carolina, Bible Baptist, when we had a vacation Bible school
Some of
there.
our kids all over the country. We don't have our own, but we've got them all over the country.
But one of our Western trips, actually what I have next to talk about, not in any order year-wise. Sometimes we can't remember the year, but
Yes.
we were one time on our way to Connecticut for a meeting. A pastor, knew him from Pensacola Christian College days.
I can't remember.
Oh, Zacharias. Yes,
Oh,
I just remembered
of
his name.
course, yeah.
Dan Zacharias.
Tim Zacharias was the pastor, I believe. Yes.
Tim Zacharias is brother to Dan Zacharias, who heads up ODAX, which is the Old Dominion Association of Church Schools in Virginia.
Right.
And I guess we've been to that conference twice over the years. And so Tim Zacharias was pastoring in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And of course, going all the way to Connecticut from North Carolina or wherever we were beforehand.
I don't know where we were beforehand, but I remember it was a long trip.
It was a long trip, and we got some
We're
advice
used to that.
from a trucker or two that instructed us on how the best way was to go. I guess we would go around D.C. and
Yeah, I'm not.
Baltimore.
I honestly do not remember
Philadelphia.
exactly, but I'm sure we would have gone up 95, I'm
two
sure.
big cities.
Right.
And so one of those exits that we had to take, we were in stop and go traffic, and the traffic had started to go to good clip, maybe 40, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And Were you on your phone, I think, or looking at your phone, looking down?
Probably. I don't remember
And
for sure.
I just happened to look at a billboard
Yeah.
that caught my attention because of some play on word.
And you
Play on a word.
literally looked away for, I mean, I don't even know if it was 2 seconds. Literally. It was just
not long.
look away, look back. It was that quick.
And all of a sudden,
I
the
remember
traffic
that.
was stopped.
Oh.
And
we're hauling an
Mhm.
18,000-pound rig.
And all I had time to do, well, Heather noticed, you noticed it.
I screamed.
She screamed, and that's what turned my head straight. Her scream, she happened to look up and see the traffic stopped. And just in the nick of time, the Lord allowed us that lane
scary.
to the left, of course,
Mhm.
my side. I'd been looking at the billboard on this side.
3 lanes of traffic, yeah.
And the corner of my eye, nobody was in there in the way, but I didn't really have time to look, so I just swerved, and
we're able to get over.
We would have
lane.
plowed into who knows how many. Did we have this rig or did we have the previous one?
You know, we may have had the previous. Well, no, I think it was this one. I don't remember for sure.
Seemed
but
like it was this rig.
It would have been scary, but you know, that's just another one of those things as we kind of, as we said, walk down memory lane. Just so many times we can look back and see not just the Lord protecting us, but the Lord meeting needs, people we've met along the way, and just, you know, I've been thinking about this as we've talked about, you know, doing this little trek down memory lane for the month of December, marking 25 years in Christian ministry. And, you know, think about in Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, how many times did either Moses recount Israel's history to them and what the Lord had done, reminding them, or how many times did the Lord say, remember, remember, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a time filler. It's not an exercise in futility. It's good to remember, and it's good for us because it reminds us, wow, over 25 years what the Lord's done for us. So in your own life, you should be doing the same thing. Remember, remember. Recount your history. Recount what the Lord's done. It's good to do.
And I remember how many times I would cringe inwardly thinking what could have happened during that wreck.
All the what could haves.
Plowing into 3, 4, 5 vehicles probably would have crunched with the weight of our rig.
And we were probably going 45 or 50 at that time because traffic was moving
not
again.
Very fast, but you don't have to be going very fast with the weight that we have behind us, about 16,000 pounds, with just a trailer itself, and then the truck, in addition to that, pushing 23,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are grateful for incidents like that. The Lord spared us from greater destruction. We were at a church for a couple of times back in the 20-somethings.
Yeah.
Supporting church, formerly supporting church, Victory Baptist in Montrose, Colorado, and some other pictures here. I have not re-uploaded a post about this. Part of the memories of our ministry is some downsides, if you will. Churches that
the mountains and the valleys
took us on for support and dropped our support. And the main issue with them was the Bible version issue, which we've dealt with, and was a challenge to us to dig deeper, to learn further, and it strengthened our trust in the Lord, who has provided us His Word. And we
that was our last rig.
One of our VBS is there. I think we just did one Vacation Bible School.
An actual VBS, I think it was just once, probably, the actual VBS.
We got stuck, but we had pulled onto ground right behind the church, right by the sidewalk that you see there, where Pastor is standing in the ditch that we left. And it was gravel, but some grass there you can see. But there was some rain during the week. And while you couldn't see the surface underneath, you couldn't see that it was just some sediment with some gravel on top. And so with the rain that week, I believe it was uncharacteristic rain for that time in that climate, which is usually not that rainy, if I remember correctly. And we went to pull out after we hitched up. And what happened was we just started pushing the mud underneath the thin gravel.
Woof.
And it just went further and further into the mud.
Truck and trailer connected together.
And as the Lord would have it, right next door was a it's not letting the
like a machinery place, I guess, kind of a equipment rental, that type of thing, if I remember correctly.
It comes up.
That's
that
you
right
can see,
there.
Yeah.
To pull from the hitch, or the pin box, I should say, and pull us out. And so had us out. Once that was hooked up.
It was actually pretty quick. Yeah.
Very quick. And we have some sweet memories of that church.
Yeah. So that's another thing you learn over the years, where to park and where not to park.
Yes. Or even if you, to trust the Lord, even if you don't know what's going to happen. We had another issue that happened in, what was that, Illinois? Well, we got stuck.
We got stuck. It was in Illinois, yes. Princeton, I believe.
A tow truck come and pull us out only about 10 feet, if that.
Yeah, literally bump us over the sidewalk is all it had to do. Yeah.
So part of our ministry over the years has been at fairs.
Yeah. Oh, we love to do that.
This one is from Box Elder County Fair in Tremonton, Utah, where we were serving with Calvary Baptist Church there. And they have a new pastor there now.
Yeah.
The one that was there, or
we were there under two pastors.
3 different pastors.
Three. You're
was,
right.
Brother Abrams, Brother George,
and Brother
Sanford. So 3 different. I think that's a record.
I think so.
At a church under three
different pastors. Yeah.
And if we get to go there again, it'll be a 4th one because they have a new pastor.
Side note, that church also has a great place to park and great hookups.
Yes.
We always appreciate that.
Very much. But the balloon sculpturing I'm doing there at booth where we had, I think it was probably our dinosaur theme. It might have been the jungle theme.
Yeah, I guess it could have been the jungle theme.
Or, no, the wilderness theme. Could have been the wilderness theme where we talk about pterosaurs. But I'm guessing with
that's the black light. We hang up our artwork around our booth.
Probably the dinosaur theme. See, Mr.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would be. Yep.
So that brings to mind the lady who taught me balloon sculpturing, who's with the Lord now.
Yeah.
And
Mrs. Pratt.
She and her husband supported us financially, and we're.
And he still does from time to time.
Yeah, he still does, and. She went to be with the Lord a number of years ago. Of course, that's from 2013. So
I want to say it was 2017, the last time we were out there in Oregon and Washington.
Yeah,
I think I'm not positive.
I'm not sure what year it was, but just a blessing, just sweet couple. And Brother Pratt, this hails back to when I was in neighborhood Bible time before we met.
PH days, pre-Heather days.
Was a pilot, and at least had. License to fly a 4-seater. And when I was in neighborhood Bible time, what year would that have been? 1986, I think. 1986. First year in neighborhood Bible time. And these young college-age guys being trained about 2.5, 3 weeks, maybe 3.5 weeks, depending on when their school let them leave to go to Colorado for the training. And so they didn't train us that we shouldn't get in the airplane when
private
airplane. We flew commercial to different places many times. But Brother Pratt, since the church didn't have the normal teen program, in-teen that they called it at that time, or neighborhood Bible time had it, but the church didn't utilize that. So our evenings were free. And we were invited to go up in an airplane.
Yeah. And
we didn't know. 2 guys, we didn't know to say no. Being
they really weren't allowed to do that on the program, but that's okay.
But it wasn't in the rule book, and we couldn't do that. So it was a new thing to us. And so we ended up flying around the dome, not dome,
like
but
the rim, the crater.
The rim of Mount St. Helens.
And this would have been only 5 or 6 years after it erupted.
And little did I know then what to think about it. You know, I don't even remember having heard about Mount St. Helens, but nowadays we talk a lot about it,
In our
especially with our
Mountain
Mountain
Mysteries
Mysteries theme.
Yeah.
And now it points to the worldwide flood. But it was really awesome. We didn't have a camera in Neighborhood Bible Time because you couldn't take one in the program. They didn't allow
Didn't
you
have
to
cell
be,
phones with cameras back in the
They
day.
don't have that at all. So later, the Pratts sent me pictures that they had taken, and I've got that somewhere. I'll probably put it in the pictures after when I upload this video.
Yeah.
But the Pratts have been a wonderful blessing down through the years.
That reminds me of just a quick side note. When you said pictures, it reminded me. Feel free, after he uploads to our Rumble or our YouTube channel, which is usually either Wednesday or Thursday, go back and you can, if you've listened live, you can fast forward through some of it. But he includes some of the pictures that you're not seeing tonight and some different things. So it's kind of interesting to watch it that way as well. Just want to include that.
And over the years, another story. In fact, I've got the blog where this wonderful church family we had been to for, I don't know, 20 years or more. I'd been there for
You were there before
VBS,
we even met.
before we met, and the speakers had served at Tabernacle Christian School. Brother Joel was, I remember he was librarian there in Hickory at Tabernacle Christian School for a few years, I guess, while I was in high school. I do remember that. He might have been, or his wife, Mrs. Speaker, might have been.
She taught kindergarten, did she not?
I don't think either one of them were a teacher for my brother. But anyway, he had me come up and do VBS. I remember him sending very detailed directions to get through, like, New Jersey.
Before GPS, before MapQuest, before all that good stuff.
Before all of that. He was very detailed. And also they had probably the best crafts that any church would have.
They came up with wonderful crafts.
And we would go there for revival meeting with Dave Kistler and have the children. I think that we mentioned that last time. And here's a picture of the entire group.
Yeah.
From one of the years, it says 2000.
Wow,
the year 2000.
Years ago.
25 years ago when we were there for, we called it Bible Time. We had the banner there and everything. And they, I think, were the first church to take us on for support.
Okay, Jody says Mrs. Speaker taught 3- and 4-year-olds. I thought so.
Okay. Then she
good to know.
She didn't teach my brother.
Right.
So,
no, he was older than that.
So anyway, we had a lot of friends there. And going there twice when we were with the Kistlers.
Yeah.
And then just a few weeks later, I think it was usually in July, when we would have Vacation Bible School there, having the same kids. So it was a challenge to have 2 different programs for the same kids within a short period of time.
Yeah.
And I see Brother Speaker went home to be with the Lord. I'm not sure what year that was, but some precious memories of fellowship with them.
Not that many years ago, just a few years ago.
Until they dropped us for support over the issue of marriage. And so some of these issues that have been memories that might not be as good of memories, they are in the sense of causing us to be firm as we had to study to make sure of what the scriptures teach. And did we believe that? Were we going to stick to that or not? In fact, the church asked us to not have a particular book on our table that I've showcased before called The Divorce Myth. Not to just not have it when we're at that church, but to never have it on our table at all, or to have nothing about marriage on a website. So we just could not agree to that.
And
anyway.
you know, one of the things, when you're in ministry, whether you're a missionary evangelist or just a missionary, or you're in any kind of situation where you're raising support from churches and or individuals, you know, there's ebb and flow. You gain support, you lose support. And it's very easy sometimes, I think, to want to, you know, you can take the right stance in the wrong way. We all understand that.
Right.
But I think it's easy to maybe backpedal or soften because I don't want to lose the support. That's very easy to do and very tempting, but you have to make sure.
Churches too, with pastors.
Sure, absolutely.
Pastors
yes.
can tread softly on or avoid a subject matter that might make someone angry and leave the church that gives a lot of money.
Yeah, that's easy to happen too.
So missionaries face that as well.
Right.
To backpedal or to avoid
soften the stance or
conflict.
something. Yeah.
And there's a time to avoid conflict.
Sure.
But when it has
and you
to
do it in the
truth,
right way. Yeah.
And Brother Joel did. When we had long conversations,
y'all had a good talk back
long
and forth.
emails back and forth. There was just a disagreement over it. And a dear brother, now with the Lord, and we remember a very neat phone call not long before he passed away, where he called to apologize. I had called years prior to apologize that I hadn't forgiven him, and then he forgave me, but then later, maybe 6 months before he passed away,
long before
he called me to apologize that he hadn't truly from his heart forgiven me. So all was well by the time he went to be with the Lord. So
and that's
we praise the Lord for that.
That's the way Christian brothers and sisters should behave toward each other. When there's a disagreement or a contention so sharp, I'm thinking of even Paul and Barnabas, make things right between each other, and then you don't have that in your heart always bothering you, especially like in this instance, now that he's with the Lord. It's like, things were made right, and we look forward to seeing him in heaven.
Amen. And we miss seeing a number of the kids that we had in those days.
Oh, those kids have kids almost that age now.
Oh, yeah. So there's Pastor Speaker dressed up as Moses, I think.
I forgot about that. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Interacting with Matthew Gaetano.
Oh, wow.
A doctor in the church. His son, Matthew, one of their 2 sons and a daughter that they had in our VBS programs many years. Here is Pastor Williams.
Yes, Dwight Williams. He's also with the Lord.
With the Lord, and he was assistant pastor at the time. There at Calvary Baptist in New Bern.
Right.
And the pastor was
Bill Wingard.
Bill Wingard.
Pastor Bill Wingard at the time. He is also with the Lord.
So that church, we got to go back there this past summer. Yeah. Actually. And Pastor
John Keeter.
John Keeter is there now. But
my online names aren't coming to my mind as quick.
Right. Shown in this picture, though, the first place winner.
Yeah.
Al. And going back there to this church, it was kind of further burdening our hearts that we learned that this young man no longer holds to creation and such. So it's where we need to do more diligence with our young people to target them with the message of creation, the foundation of all things, and not let up, to keep, as the scripture says, line by line, precept by precept, to keep training, help them remember, as the scripture says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth.
And it's that Deuteronomy 6 passage as well. Talk about it when you rise up, when you lie down, when you walk by the way. It's a life. It's not just a sit down and let me teach you this. It's a life. Live it, teach it, use every teachable moment you can.
And not just for VBS.
No.
That's just one way throughout the year. Some more children that bring back other memories. But this is the group, at least most of the group we had there.
Probably so, yeah.
Back in 2002. And then back west, Grace Baptist in Delta, Utah. And here, where we used to have a handbook coloring contest.
Right, yeah.
With the handbooks that were not slick like we have them now. We can't do really the coloring contest now because the paper is too slick for the coloring. I guess they can glue glitter or something like that.
We could decorate it, yeah.
But
we would run out of time with everything we put in now.
Yeah, we don't have time for. And with our seed theme, we have usually used the chemical illustrations.
Yeah, those are neat.
And so I back then would use the old overhead projectors and the light coming up
Pre-PowerPoint.
and using that to illuminate the waters in the water in the little vials that would change color according to the chemical, the drops that were put in.
No, I guess we had PowerPoint. It was creation themed, so we had PowerPoint. Yeah, I was thinking that was pre-PowerPoint, but it's not.
Well, we don't have a screen in that picture.
Huh.
Maybe the screen is off to the side or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
So a number of pictures here
One
from
of our favorite places.
Baptist Community Church, where we still go. And the pastor shown there in the first picture, Amos Stevens, is now with the Lord. He went to be with the Lord just a few months ago.
And Lord willing, we'll probably be there again this next summer, tentatively. Yeah, we're planning to go west.
With the new pastor is Bryce
Richardson. Sorry, Brother Bryce.
Couldn't think of his last name at the moment. But Bryce Richardson. And we met him when we were in Salt Lake City years ago.
Winter of 01-02, yes.
And Brother Bryce had traveled with Neighborhood Bible Time as well. So we had a connection. He was single at the time. And so we spent a great deal of time making balloons to pile up in a room there at the church for Halloween.
Yes.
To give to boys and girls that would come by. We thought there would be a whole slew of them coming by there on the streets of Salt Lake City, but they didn't come by.
We had treat bags and balloons.
We had tons of the stuff to give away to the kids. And you'd think in a big city there would be a lot of kids coming by on Halloween. But no.
Do you remember what we ended up doing?
Yeah, going to a haunted house.
We did. We went to a haunted house because they were very big out there.
Well, not to the haunted house.
Right.
We went
at the end where they would come out.
Where people would be coming out, and then we gave out everything there.
Yeah.
After the haunted house.
Yeah, so we just, they allowed, if I remember, I'm sure we had to get permission. We stood at the exit, and as people came out, we had that for them. So, hey, you know.
With gospel tracts. And
that's right. We had treat bags, tracts, all kinds of stuff.
So, anyway, Brother Bryce Richardson is pastor there of this church, and this, what year was this? 2013.
That's 2013, yeah.
And Brother Amo was shown there with the ball cap.
Uh-huh.
And Brother Amo was just a unique man to stay in probably 95 or better than 90% Mormon territory, and just faithful serving there in this little log cabin church.
Close to 50 years he was there, if I'm not mistaken.
40 some years.
Yeah.
And we would have a number of kids some years, and it dwindled down to just a handful the last time we were there.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 or 6 children, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it has many, like you see in the pictures here, could have been 15 or so, maybe 20.
Part of what happens is a lot of those were kids that they picked up, and like a bus route, van route. And as they would grow up and kind of grow out of the children's meeting, there weren't always ones that were coming
to replace
after
them.
that. Yeah, so you kind of have that happening sometimes too.
There's a pastor that we hope to be with him next time, Pastor Sprecher.
Yes.
I remember he contacted me about letting him know when we're going to be up in that area.
That'd be great.
Next time. So there's a church in Montana.
Friendship Baptist in Thane, I think is where he is.
Grace Baptist in
Columbia
Falls, where we go every time. There's Baptist Community here in Afton, Wyoming. And
Onion Days Fair, we usually
Onion
try
Days
to.
Fair, we
that's
try to
always
get to that,
Labor Day.
But we need more connections in that area for maybe a place to park our rig.
Yeah.
So pray about that as we tentatively, well, we need to get another rig, so please pray about that, replacing the one we have now, mainly because of its weight and also being worn out from the trips and everything over the years. But our Monty is going to be put out to pasture soon.
Yeah.
Monty the Montana. So
still a great rig, but probably not for bouncing across the country again.
Great rig for somebody to live in. So advertisement, nice. If you know of somebody that wants to,
we're sitting in it right now.
Sell a good fifth wheel for a really good price. Maybe give one away.
I don't know about give it away.
But anyway, we're buying one.
I know that girl at the piano.
Yeah. And so there's some of the early teens we had.
Yeah.
Last time we were there, we got to run a teen rally.
That was neat. We'd never done that there.
Instead of the evening revival type program, we had an evening, late afternoon type of thing with teenagers. And we really enjoyed that.
And it was so funny because what we usually did was like an after-school program, then a revival in the evening. Well, with the teen rally, it wasn't a quote revival for the adults in the evening, but the adults wanted to be there too. They love all the material, so they still came, and it was kind of fun. So had a great time, and we had the fair.
We had to warn
there.
the adults that they might get run over, though.
Yeah, with the kids playing games and such. But we were at the fair there.
Oh yes, the
Lincoln
fair
County Fair
beforehand.
the week before. That was a really good experience.
Great blessing to try to invite people to come to the meeting.
Yeah.
At the fair. So here, this is going to be happening next week. So come. We didn't have anybody actually come from the fair that we know of.
Right.
But still, lots of materials was handed out.
And that's part of why we set up at the fairs, because, a lot of these people that we see at fairs, they might not darken, especially if we're out west, they might not darken the door of a church, but you can give out a lot of materials, have a lot of good conversations. So very good. And we love doing the fairs.
Material like these cards. We've got a new order of the dinosaur cards.
Just came in today.
Our general dinosaur card. So if you'd like some of those to hand out, please let us know. We want to get some into your hand.
Still have Christmas cards.
And then another batch just the other day. Have you considered snow?
That's good for all winter.
And Brother Amos Stevens didn't like snow.
And he lived in Wyoming.
But these are wonderful witnessing tools. And then if you would like one of our 25-year prayer cards to put on your fridge and make things go spoil. But anyway, to remind, to pray for us. We praise the Lord for a substantial donation that came in recently. That's going to help us with purchasing another rig.
Right.
And any other needs. But prayers for wisdom in using those funds. But may the Lord bless each one of you. We're going to plan a part 3, probably a part 4, maybe part 5.
And just like
memories.
we said with Israel, they recounted their history and they were told to remember. You do the same in your life.
Amen. Well, thank you for joining us. And let's remember to stay true to the Scriptures. Have a great evening.
Have a good evening, everybody.
In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold.